Hello, welcome to week 27. Yay. Okay, so just got home from the doctor's office. Today was a fast doctor's office. It's actually a really fast doctor's office. I was a little late, but luckily, I made it in time. I was a little late, and then I made it in time. That made so much sense. No, today, all it was just, like I said, the mental health check-in or baby checkup. I don't even know. All they did was ask me the normal questions of, am I still taking my meds? And blah, blah, blah. They did not measure the belly today, but they did hear the heartbeats and write those down. My pulse rate and blood pressure was the lowest I think it's been. Second lowest it's been in this pregnancy. It was 112/86, and then my pulse rate was 86. So that's phenomenal. I was actually kind of calm today. So apparently all the anxiety that I've had over the past couple of weeks, and my weight is, I'm 186 pounds. So I've only gained 5 ounces or something. So I've only gained 13.5 pounds so far. So all baby. So anything else my arms and my legs, that's probably pre-baby. When I roll my eyes at that because I'm ugh, that's what I'm working on after the baby. But, I did get the tetanus typhoon or whatever it's called. I did get a shot today. It's a tetanus, whooping cough, and whatever shot. And that, got that today. Trying to think of what else to say. Not really much else has happened. I go back with the downstairs doctor on the 29th of November, which is funny. So she was telling me the tech or the nurse, I don't even know who it is. Basically, they said they want to schedule me out 4 weeks out, right? And I said, okay, cool. And then when she's like, well, then, after that appointment, we're probably going to start scheduling you close together. I said, so basically, after the 29th, I'll have one, maybe two appointments after that, because the babies will be here by then. I said, because I'm not going past Christmas. So I think because they're looking at my due date, my original due date, which is January 29th, they're not looking at oh, I'm having triplets and they're going to come in December. So when I said, so basically I have 2, maybe 3 more appointments total downstairs. And she's like, oh. And the look in her face is oh. I'm like, yeah. Anyways, so then my next appointment is November 9th. And then that's the ultrasound appointment. So other than that, it's so freaking back up to normal, annoying Wilmington weather where it's 80 degrees today, and it's so annoying. I am so over this heat wave. So over this heat wave. And of course, I wore this t-shirt, which is really, really thick, so I'm sweating to death in it. So annoying. But they keep asking me if I have cramps or anything, because I know a few weeks ago, my doctor, my normal doctor, the doctor that they assigned to me says I'm already in my 3rd trimester. Technically 27 weeks starts your 3rd trimester, but I've already been in it since 25 weeks with triplets. So I'm a month ahead of a normal baby, basically. So if I would have had one baby, January would have been it, and I would have just started my 3rd trimester today. But I've already been in my 3rd trimester for at least a little while now because I'm having triplets. I know they keep asking me if I have cramps every day, or they're going to keep asking me because Braxton Hicks can start at any time. And I told them, I said, other than the normal cramps, I don't really call it cramps. It's more the uncomfortable feeling. Whichever baby is sitting solo, I think it's the boy. There's times where I can just feel, if you've never been pregnant, you probably don't know this, but there's a time towards the end of your pregnancy where the babies drop and you feel a lot of pressure. And I have to keep reminding myself that I'm having triplets and it's not one baby. So this feeling that I have that's really low as if the baby's dropped is normal, because the baby can flip and be head down, and depending on if they're head down or feet down or butt down or whatever, I feel more pressure some days than other days. So when I feel this heavy amount of pressure, it's probably because they are head down. But that's about it. I mean, there's not really much to talk about. I did have a question from a subscriber, Amy. I can't remember her name. I took a screenshot of her message, which she asked me to talk more about the TMI stuff. And I told her I already pre-recorded some of my videos because I just uploaded my 18th week video. And by the time it gets to this video, but I'll be talking about that a little bit in my mental health check-in. I'll talk about it now, just in case, but I haven't really had that much of like excess gas or extra diarrhea or anything. I think I talk about some of this stuff throughout my vlogs. I'm not really sure, but I'll go more in depth with this in a different part of the video. I don't know if I'm going to include that in my mental health check-in video this month or not, but I know it's November 1st, but I have to do my October check-in. So I'm going to do that today after I get off. Well, this vlog, I'll do that vlog, if that makes any sense. My ADHD brain's like bling. And right now I'm tired. I'm debating if I want to go back to sleep and take a nap for the afternoon, because it's 1:20 p.m. It's getting to the point where, like, I hate taking naps, but I'm starting to take naps because apparently that's all I want to do is take naps. I definitely want to eat something. I just don't know what to eat. My mom made me soup for my birthday, and I want that. But it's like, I really don't want to eat. It's like, I'm not hungry. I'm more thirsty today. I'm hungry. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So, back up. I did get, last week's vlog, I think I talked about the 24-hour urine screen. So apparently I'm supposed to have a 24-hour urine screen, and when I went to the doctor, I didn't get the big jug. So basically they give you this huge giant jug, and you're supposed to pee in this jug for 20, well, okay, let me rephrase. You're supposed to pee in the little, giant cup thingy, and then pour it into here, and then you store this in the fridge, and you're peeing this for 24 hours, and then you drop it off for urinalysis. And the reason why they're doing a 24-hour urine screen is because there was a couple times where my proteins in my urine were really, really high. And last week I forgot to ask the echo guy, the echo doctor for it, or when I asked him, he forgot to give it to me. So today they gave that to me. I'll probably end up doing that starting on Sunday, because I won't be back into town until the 9th, which is Wednesday. Well, my mom has to drop me off at the doctor's on Wednesday and then go straight to her appointment because she has an appointment. So it won't be able to, so we can't do it. I can't drop it off on Wednesday. So what's going to end up happening is I'm going to have to do it Sunday or Saturday. I'll probably end up having to start it on Saturday and then finish it on Sunday. And then when she comes to bring Jim home from work on Sunday night, she'll pick it up and she'll drop it off on Monday, if that makes any sense. Because we were going to drop it off on Tuesday when she picks me up, because I'd spend the night at her house on Tuesday, because I have an 8:30 appointment on Wednesday. But that won't work because they close at 5:30. So she's going to pick us up after 5:30, because with her picking up my sister's kids and everything else. Other than that, I guess that's all for today. I know last week's video or vlog was really short. These videos are probably going to be extra shorter, getting shorter, possibly, because there's not very much to talk about. Not much has happened unless there's something that's crazy that's happening. And I will continue to do the Get Ready With Me videos. So other than that, speaking of that, I know I say I don't want to edit my pregnancy vlogs, but if I include my Get Ready With Me videos into my pregnancy vlogs, I will be editing the Get Ready With Me portion, just because there's a lot of like dead air, and I could fast forward through it, but there's really no point. And I know that I could keep it raw and keep all that dead air, but do you really honestly want to see 20 minutes of dead air? And when I say dead air, I mean like the camera pointed at the pets when the pets aren't really doing anything. So I figured this way I will edit just to Get Ready With Me videos. I could do those all separate, but I'd rather, if I'm going to have short vlogs, then I'll edit them in, if that makes any sense. I know now I'm going on for 10 minutes, but on the note, until sometime later on, I will talk to you guys later. Hello, welcome to November 2nd, Wednesday. Yay. All right, I wanted to come on here and say that what I said at the beginning, yesterday's vlog part of this week's video, I'm not going to include the Get Ready With Me video in this week's video, because my Get Ready With Me video was really, really long. And I've started to notice my Get Ready videos are kind of like a mini day in my life videos. So, I don't want to make these pregnancy vlogs like over an hour long. So I'm going to keep my pregnancy vlogs, hopefully pregnancy related, even though I tend to ramble off into other things. But my 27th week pregnancy vlog, no, get ready with me video, is separate. I just finished editing that last night, and then I went to bed. But today, I feel a little rested. I should say I feel more rested than I have been feeling. Not really doing much today. There's not really much to do. It's not as ungodly hot today. It says it's only going to be 77 degrees today. I did go outside a little bit and feed the tadpoles, which have not managed to make it into frogs yet. I'm waiting for them any day. Any day they're going to pop like into frogs. They have legs now. They just still have their tails. So they haven't lost their tails yet. So they aren't really fully frogs yet. Other than that, today's just a lazy day. So not really much to report. But other than that, I wanted to come on here today and say that my Get Ready With Me video is going to be separate. So on that note, until later. What is up? It is Friday, November 14th, November 4th, not 14th, 4th, 1:15 p.m. I am very sweaty because apparently my nesting instincts are not for the inside of the house, it's for the outside of the house. And since it's really nice out today, well, granted it is like 77 degrees today, but there is a good breeze, and for some reason, my nesting instincts have been on to cleaning up the yard. And with that, I mean like whatever the old owners left that I can actually clean up myself, I am doing. So like out in the backyard, there is a lot of like old cans of pop and beer that were left in like for God knows how long, and I've been picking those up. I do wear gloves. I've been picking up the cans that have been trickling out in the backyard. Why am I doing this? Because nobody is going to see our backyard? I don't know. Because for some reason, my nesting instincts look at the yard, and I was like, well, it's nice out. I've been wanting to do this for like, a year, in almost like, what's November? We moved in September. We moved into this house September of last year because we had to fix the floors and do like repairing of the walls and stuff like that. So we bought the house in August, moved in September. But I've been wanting to do the yard since we've moved in, and we just never got around to it. And why? At 27 weeks, I decide I'm going to do it. I am taking a break. I am hydrating. But I just wanted to come on here and say, yes, apparently nesting is not the inside. Nesting is on the outside. Well, it's weird. I don't know. Pregnancy is weird, you guys. Pregnancy is weird. But on that note, I just wanted to come on here and say that, yes, nesting is kicked in, sort of. Okay. Hello. It is Saturday, November 5th. I love today's meme for today. I always say, I don't know why. Ever since I saw the movie V for Vendetta, if you guys have ever seen that movie, the remember the 5th of November. I know it has to do something with the government and everything else. I can't really fully remember because it is 9:19 a.m. and I got up like almost an hour ago, and my ADHD brain would not let me sleep because last night, so I put my urine specimen container and the little pee hat thingy that you get in the freezer because it says you're supposed to keep the specimen container cold. So I assumed if I put it in the freezer, it will keep the jug cold. That way, when I actually do my urine screen, I can put it in the fridge and the container's already cold. Does that make sense? But literally, my brain would not let me sleep last night because there's no instructions at all on how to do a urine screen. And I'm like sitting here like, okay. When I got this sheet of paper, I didn't think to ask because they probably assumed that the instructions were pretty much common sense. Let me take you guys into the bathroom because that's where I keep the instructions and read the instructions to you guys. And maybe I'm just tired and I am not understanding these instructions, but maybe you guys will help me out here. So, literally, let's see. So these are the instructions right here. If you don't want to screenshot it, let me read it to you. Step 1, urinate into toilet. Empty bladder completely. Write down time. Do not collect first urine. Well, since I already peed this morning, Then I don't know if I should start this morning. I want to start tonight. So I could write down. I'm going to go ahead and write down the time anyways right here. I think it was like 8. I'm just going to put 8:30 a.m. November 5th, Saturday. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and write down that time just in case. And then step 2 is collect all urine in specimen container for the next 24 hours. Attach name, date, start temp, and time to the container. Which they have nothing on there. Like, I don't know how they expect you to attach the thing, like write it in permanent marker on the container itself. I do have a sticky note that I'm going to have to figure out how to attach to. I think I still have some tape somewhere, because if I don't have tape, well then I'm going to put permanent marker on there. Oh well. And then it says in step 4, bring urine to the place that you're supposed to. Important note, urine must be kept cold. Keep specimen container on ice during collection period. Keep urine out of reach of children. Now, okay, that's where I kind of get. Okay, you're supposed to keep the specimen container on ice. Well, how are you supposed to keep it on ice? Because to me, that means that you're supposed to keep it in the freezer or on ice all day. Sorry, I thought there was a dead lizard on my floor, but okay. So I know this should be perfectly common sense, you would think, right? You would think that this would be common sense. That's why I put the specimen container in the freezer, because I thought if the jug's cold, well then. So basically what I've been Googling, which I pulled up things, I literally Googled how to take a 24-hour urine screen in pregnancy. And it doesn't have anything at all except for what the paper says. So either I'm that stupid and I have no idea how to do it, but like apparently nobody told me that you can't eat or drink certain foods. It's a good thing I looked this up, even though, well, since nobody told me, I'm going to do what I'm going to do because I'm pregnant and I know that there's things that I eat and drink in pregnancy that I like to eat and drink. Like, okay, coffee, I understand you're not supposed to drink. Like, right now, I really want coffee because I'm so tired. But I haven't had coffee in a few days, so it's not like or a few weeks, a week, I don't even know. So it's not like I'm dying from coffee. But I did make cold brew coffee, and I really want to try it. It's been in there for probably a while, so it's been in there for a week, so I don't know if it's still good. But, now, I understand you're not supposed to drink coffee or, like, hot tea or anything because it is a diuretic, and you don't want to over-pee, but since I'm pregnant, I'm probably going to over-pee anyways because I drink a lot of water anyways. Not like an excessive amount, but I drink a lot of water. And I have 6 pets, and when I'm running around the house cleaning or doing things, obviously I get thirsty. Like right now I'm thirsty because I'm talking to you guys. But so it's so confusing because I'm Googling all this stuff and it literally gives me no instructions. But what I meant about the specimen on ice is I understand that it's supposed to be cold. Okay. You don't want to freeze your urine. And then, okay, when you collect your urine in the hat, I'm assuming that you had to put that urine in the fridge to cool it down so that way you could pour the cold urine in the specimen container with the other cold urine, right? But you don't want to freeze the urine because then when it dilutes, when they go to test it, it will be diluted. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe I should just and I didn't want to start too early because if my mom's not even going to pick up the container until tomorrow night, yes, I can sit there and write down my time at 8:30 a.m., right? And then I can do it for 24 hours till 8:30 tomorrow morning. Well, if I'm not awake tomorrow morning at 8:30, and let's say I wake up at 9, then, or if I wake up at, let's say, 6, and then fall back to sleep till 10, I mean, it's like, do I collect that 10 a.m. urine, or do I collect the 6 a.m. urine and then say I went back to sleep? That's what's so confusing. They don't specify. I did read on one site that if you miss your last urine, that's okay. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. This should not be this hard, you guys. This should not be this hard. It's a freaking simple 24-hour urine screen. I do understand that you're not supposed to drink coffee, or tea, or, no, did I say eat? Whatever. It's too early for me to think. It's too early for me to think. But my point is, I didn't want to start it too early because my mom's not even going to pick up the container until tomorrow night. She won't even get the container to the lab until Monday sometime. So I can either avoid doing the urine screen completely until I talk to my doctor on Wednesday. And then when we get the car fixed, then I can do it. Sorry, there's a hair on my laptop. Because now that it's Saturday, I mean, I can call the hospital and ask them, but the testing site is closed, and I didn't think about this until last night. So I am massively confused. The only other thing I can do is start it on Tuesday and then do it for 24 hours on Tuesday and then leave it in mom's fridge until, but see, I don't want to do that because I have an appointment at 8:30 in the morning on Wednesday, and then she has to go to her doctor's at 8:45, and we're probably not going to go back to the house after my appointment. I want to go to the food store and then come home. So I don't want the urine to be sitting out of a cold environment for that long. My only other thoughts are to get a huge bag of ice, take the cooler, and put the specimen on ice on Tuesday night, and then do my last pee on Wednesday morning, and then take the cooler full of ice with the specimen in the car with mom until she's done with her appointment, and then she can drop it off after her appointment. I might ask my mom that question, so I will get back to you on that. But like, I tried to even email my doctor, and I know that they're closed today, but like, it should not be this hard. This should not be this hard. I don't know. I'm going on 10 minutes now with talking about a urine screen because it is confusing. When there's no instructions at all, they just give you this instruction paper. They don't give you like what you can and cannot eat or drink. And they just basically say, here, just pee in this thing and keep it cold. Okay. So going with that logic, I can just pee in the thing and just go from there and eat and drink anything I want, because at this point, I mean, that's what I'm going on is the logic, because that's what the instructions say. They don't say anything else. I thought they would give me a list of like things not to eat or drink, but maybe they're only checking I don't know what they're checking in my urine. I really don't. I'm sure I know they're checking the kidney function, but I don't know like what the specifications are of what they're checking, because a lot of things that I Google are for like people who are not pregnant, but they're like needing, like people who are going through dialysis basically, or who might have a dialysis thing. They did say one thing on there, like if your blood pressure is elevated, they do a urine screen. I've just never had a 24-hour urine screen, so I have no idea, and it really shouldn't be this hard. But I'll just ask my mom, and I'll get back to you guys and see what she says, or I just might wait. But that's what I was going to say before I let you go. I am going to, if I do start the urine screen today, I'm going to do that portion of the urine screen starting on my 28th week. So my 28th week vlog will be starting with the urine screen if I do it tonight. If I don't do it tonight, then it'll be whenever I do it. I'm just talking about it in this one, and I might do a summary of it on my, when I do it. That's where I'm at right now. I'm confused. It's too early. And remember the 5th of November. All right. So this is what I've concluded after talking to my mom and figuring this out. So she's picking me up, or me and Jim up, on Tuesday after my sister's kids are picked up. So around like 7 p.m.-ish, something around there. So that means that on Tuesday, whatever time I wake up on Tuesday, I will start the urine screen. Then I will do it for 24 hours. That way, on Wednesday morning when I wake up, that will be my last pee, and then I'll go to my doctor, and she'll drop it off on the way to her doctor, and everything will be fine. So, because I'm still going to take it, and I don't know what they're testing for. I cannot log on to my chart because for some reason, for some effed up reason, my freaking hotspot, whatever, logged me out of like everything. So, and every time I try to send a code over to my email, it's not going to my email. It's going to cyberspace somewhere. So I have no idea how to log back into my chart, which is really annoying. I can call customer care. I'm not going to do that today. It's not that important. I just wanted to know what they were testing for. I'm pretty sure it's testing for preeclampsia, like the proteins in my urine and maybe my elevated white blood count. I don't know. But because my mom just told me when she did one, they were testing for calcium, so she had to fast and do all this other stuff. But since they're testing for pregnancy-related issues, I don't understand. So that means I can have coffee today because I'm dying because not sleeping very well I went to bed way too late last night. I wanted to go to bed early, went to bed way too late. Not editing this time. No, just fighting with my internet, basically. So this is what we're going to do. So I'm not doing the urine screen in 27 weeks at all. I'm not going to start it today. I'm starting on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, I'll be 28 weeks. Then I can talk more about it. I will, summarize it for you guys on Tuesday. Because if you guys don't see this vlog and you see that vlog, or if you don't remember this vlog part, by the time it gets to that vlog part, if that makes any sense. Basically, Tuesday, whenever I start the urine screen, I will summarize why I'm doing it, what it's for, how to do it, etc., etc. I just want to come on here and say, after much research and all this stuff, that's how I feel right now. It's like, oh my God. I want to also say, so I'm not scared about like preeclampsia at all because I don't have any signs or symptoms whatsoever. Never had signs or symptoms. The only thing that could possibly trigger my doctors into thinking I had preeclampsia is the very few times I had elevated blood pressure. And the only reason why I had elevated blood pressure, let's see. One, I highly doubt they take into consideration that I'm ADHD. Hello? ADHD people are going to be hyper. Me just sitting here talking to you guys about what's going on could elevate my blood pressure. Hello? Not sleeping could elevate my blood pressure because then I'm trying to wake up. Coffee elevates my blood pressure, which I don't drink coffee every day. So, anxiety. How much of my pregnancy have I been under extreme stress? And I've tried to limit my stress. I'm shocked and very, very grateful and thankful that these babies are not in a danger zone with how much stress I've been dealing with over this pregnancy, or just in life, general stuff. But it's like my doctors, I swear, as if they are shocked that I am so healthy, that I don't have preeclampsia, that I don't have gestational diabetes. It's like as if they were waiting for something to happen. I understand I can go to bed tonight and be perfectly fine and then wake up tomorrow and be completely swollen and have preeclampsia. But, 27 weeks. I know it can happen anytime in your third trimester. And technically, in a normal pregnancy, 27 weeks is the start of your third trimester. So technically from now on, I can develop preeclampsia at any time. So even if I take the urine screen on Tuesday and turn it in on Wednesday, all of my levels could be perfectly fine. And then all of a sudden, 3 weeks down the road, when I'm 30 weeks, 31 weeks, all of a sudden I could swell up. And that could also be just normal pregnancy. I feel like I'm swollen all over, but that's just weight gain in general. So, but I don't have the blurred vision. I don't have headaches. I don't have any cramping that's unusual or pain that's unusual. I don't get dizzy. Everything that's a preeclampsia symptom, I don't have. And what little I do have is not a concern. It's more like if I get dizzy, I know I'm dehydrated or I need to eat. Once I drink or eat something, I'm not dizzy anymore. Or if I get dizzy, it's because I'm running around the house doing too much. I need to rest. So therefore, once I rest, the dizziness goes away. If I get a headache at all, it's because I'm dehydrated. Again, I hydrate. Now, if I eat, hydrate, and rest, and I still have all those symptoms, then it would be cause for concern. But then I'd probably just try to sleep it off and see if that helps. So I'm not concerned about preeclampsia. But it's just funny because I swear it's like my doctors are just like shocked as if I'm so healthy. It's like, I've held healthy babies. Now, last year when I had the miscarriage, I don't know why, or, you know, I don't know if that's because I was getting sick with COVID. I don't know if it just wasn't the right time. I don't know. I mean, my body, pregnancies are weird. You can have a miscarriage, you can have several miscarriages and then have one or more stick. You can have 20 babies and then have 4 miscarriages in a row and then have a miracle baby. It's just, pregnancy is weird. So, and then my stillborn, I think it's because, I really think it's because I was on Paxil, for the first couple months that I was pregnant with her, and I didn't know that I was pregnant, and then we had to wean me off of it. But I know what happened with my stillborn from what I remember. They have my hospital charts. And then with Cora, she was born early, but again, I think I know why she was born early. So I understand from a medical aspect why they are looking at from my stillborn in 2015 to Cora, to the miscarriage, and now the triplets, and why, like, they're monitoring me. I understand that. It's just, I complain so much in this pregnancy, but it's things that it's like, to me personally seem unnecessary, but to a medical aspect, it is necessary. And I don't want anything to happen to the triplets. So I understand on this hand why we have to do certain things. And it's not like I'm not going to take the urine screen. It's just the fact that I have to wait now, which is good because I really want coffee. But I wanted to come on here and say that after much research and after much, like, everything else, we've concluded that Tuesday. I'm going to do it Tuesday. So there is that. On the note, for the second part of today's video,